Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? I apologise for my lateness. My Mac decided to crap out on me right as I was about to go live. But anyway, how is everyone? Can everyone hear me? Can everyone see me? Because we haven't done this for a while, and this computer's been unreliable so far today. Yes, but we'll just wait and see if it definitely is working. I've been told it's working. Well, audio's good apparently, so that's all right. I am always running behind, unfortunately, Teddy. That's just my life. Just always busy. But yes, as you may notice, I'm wearing an Orco jersey. But we'll get to that. Anyways, hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's been keeping safe and not licking each other and whatever else in these COVID times. We haven't been online for a while because one, we've been mega busy. Two, well, mainly just one really. We've been mega busy, with long and short of it. But I've got some stuff to show you today. Hopefully, we can get that working. And also, we've got the stuff to show you. And we're also talking with Chad today as well about some upcoming things as well. So before we jump in and talk to Chad, give you some updates. You may have all noticed, before anyone asks a question, I'll get there first. I'll cut you all off at the pass. As you may have noticed, Sharks and Gigawatts we took down last week. This is because we're just sorting out, finalising everything. So they will actually be fully licensed jerseys. So once we've sorted that, which should be soon, they will be back up on the site as fully licensed products. So that answers that question for you all. It came down quickly. And we didn't really have a chance to explain, but that is the reason why. So we get that out of the way and we can move on. Just a quick rundown of things. I can't give an update on production stuff because I don't know at the moment. But we have been working very hard on picking up some new things. So we've picked up a new license, which I'll show you some stuff of later. And we're currently going to be hopefully picking up a few more new licenses as well. So there's going to be lots of cool stuff in the future. So I'll leave it at that for now because we're running behind. So hopefully this should work. I'm going to be talking to Chad. Chad's one of our designers that we've spoken to previously when we were doing the Chad worked on the Power Ranger stuff that's still at Hasbro. I'm not sure what's going on with it, to be honest, at the moment. But I think they're still waiting for it to be approved. Once that's approved, we can get that going. But yes, and Chad also worked on the Gigawatts jersey, and we'll talk to him about that and ask him some other stuff as well. So let's move on and talk to Chad. Hopefully this will work. Hi Chad, can you hear me and see me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hopefully the same here.
Yes, I can hear you this side. Hopefully everyone else can hear you as well. The way this Mac's been going today, I'm not sure what's going to happen, to be honest. We could be risking everything. But sorry, there's a window pop up there. But yes, how's it going, Chad? You all right? You good?
Things are good. Things are real good. How about yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, apart from Mac issues.
Yeah.
Which we were just talking about a minute ago. I might hopefully have a new one soon. Well, I've got plenty of Macs to use. I choose to use this one to do this stuff, which is probably a bad choice, to be honest.
Yeah, you gotta love technology until it doesn't work for you.
Yeah, well, this Mac is
hard to like it.
This Mac is bridging on nearly 7 years old, so yeah, I'm surprised it still works, to be honest with you. Or works officially. My daughter plays Roblox on it, and I think that ruins it. I think it doesn't like it. But yeah, it's not a good thing. But anyway, I digress. How's things you? Have you been busy? Gigawatts looked excellent. It was a shame we had to take it down quickly, but there's a reason, and it's going to be even better because of it. But yeah, have you been busy?
Yeah, I've been really busy. It's nice with geeky jerseys. I get a chance to kind of stretch my geeky wings a little bit and do some nice designs. It was cool to do the Gigawatts. I know that one kind of needed an update for a while, and you gotta love the DeLorean. So being able to kind of make that a logo was really fun.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a nice one to do. It looks really,
Yeah.
it looks great. To be honest, it looks fantastic.
It's exciting though that you're going to get it licensed too. So
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, it was kind of a kind of too much weird turn of events, but kind of has worked out better for it, if that makes sense. So so it's going to be even better that it's licensed because it's an official jersey. Then, do you know what I mean? It's a
yeah.
thing.
And you don't have to hide it.
No, exactly. Yeah, we'd have to work in the grey areas, as they say.
Right.
But yeah, and that's the bonus of where we're heading at the moment. We're picking up. I'm going to show you some stuff soon, but we're going to trying to pick up a lot more stuff. And we've got meetings and conversations with people coming up, which will be excellent. So hopefully, they'll start to look really good, and that will all pan out really well. So
yeah, it looks like you're more and more getting more and more licenses. So
yes, it's starting to work well.
It's got to be exciting for you. I mean, I've done the apparel, T-shirts and sweaters and stuff like that side of licensing, a lot of licenses, and I know how exciting it can be, but also the headaches of getting approvals and all that stuff. And you know, obviously you want to get things out quick, but at least you know you're doing it right.
Well, that's it. I think, to be fair, I think we are quite fortunate in the fact that, like, especially working with, say, Hasbro, they're quite free to let us explore and experiment a bit, and don't generally like kibosh anything, for lack of a better word. They're actually quite free for us to let us experiment.
We never had the Hasbro. That would have been really fun to use, but we did the NBCU and all that stuff. The Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember them being particularly hard or anything like that. So
yeah, they've got, because I think because of the nature of their business, especially with that, same with Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon were quite free to let us do stuff. I think just because of the nature of their business, anyway, it's that kind of expression. So it kind of allowed us, especially with Turtles and things like that. It allowed us to kind of have that freedom to explore a bit and play around with elements rather than. I
do remember that Spielberg movies had kind of their own like sub studio. I forget the name of their sub studio, but that's probably an extra step you're going to have to do for Back to the Future.
Yeah. Oh, people can see stuff. It's I think there's weird things like that. Sorry, Ben, myself. Yeah, well, yes. The answer is more likely because it was a slightly separate thing. But
was it like Amblin or something like that?
Yeah, I think because it's through NBC and Universal hold the overall license of everything, so they say yay or nay. But yeah, it's, there's lots of opportunities coming up, which is going to be excellent, and like the way things have, like, on the back of the Back to the Future stuff, the way things have kind of sort of panned out. It's going to be better for us and better for everyone else because we're going to get better stuff and cool things as well.
Definitely.
So it definitely works for us. So I'm just going to digress a bit. Someone just mentioned about Kevin Smith stuff. If you see in the background, there is a Quick Stop jersey just sitting behind me. I chose not to wear that one today, but it is sitting there. But I've put it at an angle so not everyone can tell what it is. Still a little bit.
Those eagle eyes.
People have to be looking behind me. See, for that, I can look at. I put the jerseys up because there's so many design books and stuff behind me. People sometimes get distracted by looking at the books. But no. So Gigawatts is a really cool one. I mean, there's other things potentially coming up and coming your way as well. But what kind of dream themes would you like to work on going forward? Like, was there any like IP that you'd want to work on?
Well, I was a child of the 80s, so I mean, you're already kind of doing a lot of the things that I would love to work on. The TMNT is kind of like at the cusp of 90s, but I'll still throw that into the 80s. You know, you got your He-Man, your Transformers. I'm looking at my toys here.
I see the Grimlock
obviously.
In the background.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I brought in a few of the ones that I actually worked on, but Star Wars is a huge one. But Star Wars, that's going to be a difficult thing to work on.
Yeah, because how I remember years ago we did something Jungle Book, and we had these huge banners to do, And I did these really cool banners using these the 3D. It was when they made Jungle Book Game, made those really good 3D images. And I made these huge banners and made them really big. And I went, no, they can only be this big. It's like, but this is like a 6 foot banner. No, they've got to be certain size. I was like, but that would look silly. Like this small little thing in the middle of a 6 foot banner, it wouldn't really work. And yeah, and it was a bit that was a bit crazy. So
well, it's little things like that that keeps it within their department.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
So we had to kind of work around it, but the silly things like that. But hopefully, if we get that one, same Marvel as well. You get one of they're like the unicorns. They're always like the ones you want to get, the dream ones you want to get, because like the things we could do with the IP would be amazing, and how we can stretch that out would be awesome. But yeah, that'd be good ones for sure. So right, God, I've got things going on everywhere. I think we froze for a second. People were like, "Oh my God, you've all both frozen." So yeah, I'm gonna try and show some stuff. Well, first off, everyone can see wearing an Orco jersey today, which is cool. It's a very nice jersey, nice colours. Come out, collabed with Emilio Santaluca, who's the official He-Man artist who works for Mattel and things. So that was cool to work with him on that. He did all the nice illustrations. I just fixed the type at the bottom. But it was a nice collaboration and worked really well. And it's a nice jersey. Oh, hang on. Oh, you're back. You disappeared for a second.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. I think my internet dropped on me.
No, that's right. There we go. Could have been me. Who knows? The way this computer's going today, it could have very well been me. People see me moving stuff about as well. Yeah, so wearing the Orco jersey today. That's and I think in a minute, I forgot to say, Jay's moderating today, so everyone's saying there's Jay when you're talking on the chat. But we are, as we normally do with these jerseys, we are going to do a limited release run for the people that are online with us today in the chat to go and purchase this. You may notice when you get the link, which should be up in a minute. Jay, post the link, please. When you may notice it says 87 on the back, the jersey will actually say 83. We're trying to update. Well, the images will be updated shortly. They were sent last minute. they were done, and then Then I was told they were changing. But Jay's going to post the link, and that's going to be up and for about 24 hours. And yeah, and then you can go and purchase yourself an Orco jersey. I've just had some pings. Yep. So I'm just trying to keep up with what people are sending me as well. Yeah. So Jay, post the link, please. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, people are waiting for their Orco jerseys. They want their Orco jerseys. So right. So you're gonna have to bear with me a second because when my computer crashed, I didn't have time to organise the screen. So we're going to disappear for a second, chat, but we can still talk over audio. And I'm going to have to link the design screen up. So bear with me a second, people, and I'm going to show you some goodness. Some of the things we've been working on. Right, Jay's posted the link, everyone. Go and get your Orco jersey. There's only a limited time it's going to be available. I dare start Acrobat up because that's what killed my machine earlier. I really just don't want to start it up because it will break it. Right, so let me just bear me, people. You're going to see some weirdness going on for a second while I just get me and Chad in on the chat. If this works. Come on, hurry up. God, such a terrible production today. You think I turned this computer on?
We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like working on the fly. I turned this computer on about 2 hours before we did this. Right, and it still doesn't want to work properly. Right, so there's that. Bear with me a second. I'm going to connect this screen up and then hopefully show you all some very good goodness if I can find the right thing. I've used something else to show the PDF, so hopefully that will work if I can find it in there. There it is. I've got it. Cool. Right, everyone might be able to see what I'm about to show you is a Beastman jersey. But I'm going to have to just adjust some bits first, so bear with me a second. Doing it on the fly. This is what it's like. This is what live shows are all about. Oh, there's a picture of Jay, everyone. That's Jay there, people. If people don't remember, Jay is my son. And he moderates for me on this, which is cool. Because it saves me having to read the chat. And he also, from last time, gives me abuse on the chat as well. So that's always fun. Nothing like getting abuse from your own son when you're on the chat. Right, so hopefully if I move that down, Bear me a second. I'm going to move that. No, right, that's in front of us. I'm going to move that to there. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Right, hopefully people should be able to see what's going on. Right. Yeah, so there's Jay, people. Everyone look at Jay wearing a SpongeBob jersey. It's a nice jersey, that one. Always with the numbers 99. Right, so I'm about to show you a Beastman jersey that Emiliano and myself again collaborated on, working on. Right, so there's things going on. So there's something again me and Emiliano collaborated on this jersey, and a few amends and tweaks here and there, but it looks pretty cool. I've just been told right now it shows that it's sold out. It's been corrected. It's been sorted. Don't worry, people. You'll be able to get your jersey. Right, so let me just... where have I put the... Okay, that's disappeared. Bear me a second, people. The tabs disappeared. Oh, hang on. I've got one cat trying to... bear me a second, people. I've got cats and they're trying to destroy and use the other computer. Right. Back to it. Terrible production today. Right, so yeah, here we go. So let's go through this. So, bear me a second. I selected it. I'm having all kinds of issues today. This is ridiculous. Sorry, Chad. This is like nowhere near as good as it should be.
Hey, no worries.
Now the Max,
I'm just enjoying the show.
Now the Max has choked. You just watch me fluster and bluster my way through this. Right. So this was the concept for the Beastman jersey. There's no point reading it because it's too small. Why is it rotating now? Oh my god! No, stop. Right. I'm just trying to use a program. It's not working. Right. So this is the Beastman jersey. Can everyone see the Beastman jersey? This is what it is at the moment. So nice and orange. Follows his costume, or his so lighter orange on the outside, darker orange inside of the body. I will try and zoom in so you can all see it, but the thing's disappeared again now, which is not very helpful. There we go. That's on me again. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to zoom in today because this program's a bit hokey. So
it's awesome.
Well, here we go. I'll zoom in a bit. Oh no, it's not going to let me pan across, which is awesome. Bear me a second, people. Right. Oh no, that doesn't work. Right, so that's not going to work. So let's get back to just doing this, and that's rotating. Oh my god. Sorry, everyone. I'm just going to give up. It's just not going my way today at all. Other than that, I've had a great design day today. It's been really good, really productive.
If that's not working for you, you ever tried like sharing your screen? Because you can share like a PDF.
Yeah, share it through. I was trying to do it through Streamlabs, but yeah, maybe I might do it through Zoom next time.
Streamlabs just doesn't seem like it wants to work for you.
No, well, it's everything else around it, unfortunately. It's Acrobat. If Acrobat was working, it'd be perfectly fine. But anyway, there's the Beastman jersey. That's what the Beastman jersey looks like at the moment.
Take your screen caps.
Yeah, barring any changes that NBC want to throw at us, that's where it's at the moment.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like that little bit of blue around the chest, like that jewel that he has.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. I'll try to put that into like the little collar section. So it's you keep disappearing. I'm not sure why that is. Anyway, yeah. So I'll put that into that little collar section, and so it come out quite cool. So we kind of, and then on the shoulder patch, trying to use that in the shoulder patch to try and like reference back to that as well. But it's a cool looking jersey. It's fun. Like there's like the 3D mock-ups of it. How it should look.
How many of the He-Man characters are you planning on doing?
Oh, there's loads. I think at the moment I think She-Ra is the next one that's being... No, Evil Lyn I think is being looked at next.
You got to let me call a character if that's possible. I don't know if you're gonna. He's kind of on the fringe, like in popularity, but Fisto was always my favorite.
Oh yeah, Fisto, yeah, cool. Because we've got I don't know if I showed it before, but we've done a Grayskull one as well, but I haven't got that to hand right now. But we'll have to show that one next time round. But yeah, there's a great
face.
Yeah,
those
Manny
two are
Faces.
always
There's like Ram Man. Like I've got Ram Man sketches and stuff, which is cool. Like there's so much to use that we can use that
hmm
that would be really good. But the well's endless. We've got access.
Yeah,
We've got access to all
it
of them,
really
and
is.
we can just
And
go through
it's
them.
interesting because the Masters of the Universe license is huge right now. I mean, obviously you had the Kevin Smith cartoon, but I'm really into like modern board games. There's these board games that are being made now with the Masters of the Universe license, and it's blowing up. People are loving it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like in all corners
Oh
of
yeah, I've seen. Oh,
licensing.
that's the what the He-Man board game you mentioned. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
that come up. Yeah, I wanted to buy it because
Yeah.
I paint models and stuff, and the models look
Yep.
excellent. I was like looking at it thinking, one, can I justify? The wife loves He-Man, so I could probably justify buying it because of that.
Yeah, they're on like Kickstarter right now, and
Yeah,
they
yeah, I
just
saw
keep
that.
coming out with more and more
Yeah,
and
yeah.
more stretch goals.
Because
more
some of them,
characters.
some of the like I said, like the miniatures, like are really well sculpted as well. Even the 3D
Oh
models,
yeah.
but when they've shown them actual physically, they look really good.
Well,
Yeah, they like that game does look awesome. I'll have to get it. So
yeah, it's a good looking jersey.
yeah, it's come out well. Like we just like I said, it's been sent for the any amends. So hopefully we've been quite fortunate with the He-Man ones that there haven't really been any amends. So hopefully they'll go for it. There's not too much. It doesn't. Nothing strays too far from the character itself and their branding. It kind of sits in what they want to say. Hopefully,
Right. Nothing's glaringly standing out.
No,
That
exactly.
shouldn't be there. Yeah.
So I'm going to show you something else, and this is all new. This is a license we have literally acquired in the last 4 weeks, and it's something that people ask for quite a lot. Quick, like I had the conversation with the company on a roadside on the way back from the Peak District, which is up north from where I live, very far up north where I live, because it's the only time we could make the call work. So I had to stop in a lay-by and talk to him next to a road. So, but that seemed to work for us, so that was all right.
So you're finally getting Smurfs, is what you're telling me.
Unfortunately, no. But I might try and get a meeting with them in next month, because that'd be interesting as well. But yeah, so this one came about just literally kind of like the Kevin Smith stuff really as well. It was kind of people mentioned it, we discussed it, and the company themselves literally only 40 minutes from where I live, and so we've kind of like, right, I'll reach out, and it was literally just a phone call one afternoon, and by that evening they'd contacted us back and we got a conversation going. So nice. I'm going to attempt now to show you all this, if this works. So let's see if this works. If it pops up. Where's the program gone? There is it. Right, so you should be able to see now, once I share this, let me just make this the same size as that one. And then my machine, the fan's going 10 to the dozen on my machine, so that's always really positive. Right, so hopefully you should be able to see this in a second. I am going to just change this one. This one. Sorry, I'm talking to myself while I'm doing things. Helps me focus what I'm doing. Okay, it's not there just yet. Bear me a second. Oh, the anticipation. People are like, oh my god, what is it? What is it? What is it?
Can we get a drum roll?
Yeah. If we can get this to work, it'd be awesome. Oh my god, the production level's been awful. We started using YouTube to up the production level, and today it's been terrible. Why is that not working? Right, let me just do something quickly, people.
Let's see if the chat can guess.
Yeah, see if you can guess what it is. I know there's one person that I know knows exactly what it is, because he's seen it. Right, so there's that one. Bear me a second, people. Yeah, I know there's one person, so if he doesn't give it away beforehand, which I hope he doesn't, because that would be a bit ruin the surprise. But let's just get this.
Oh my gosh, there's drum roll emoticons that they're using.
I didn't know there was ones for that. Right, so let's get this to work. So, people, are you ready? I'll turn that one off behind. Let's see if I can get this to work now. Should be able to select it. If I can't, I'm going to potentially just leave. And Right, just go away. Right, I want that one gone. Right, so that's gone now. So it should let me select this one. Oh, right. Oh, the anticipation, people. It's amazing. I'm even excited and I know what it is.
Animorphs.
No, unfortunately not. Oh, what? Just
Mr. Bean. Oh, I'm loving these ideas.
yeah. That's it. The more ideas you pump out, the more likely I'll try and go and get the license for them. I'm going to try and do that.
We had the Mr. Bean license. That was a fun one.
Yeah, there's lots of good stuff that you can do there with that. Right,
They keep pushing the cartoon though. That was the bad thing.
Right, I'm going to try a different route. I've had to quit something and then I'll open it again and see if it. For some reason, it's just recognising the Beastman one. I've stopped using my tablet because it doesn't really work with Streamlabs. Streamlabs doesn't seem to like it. You've probably seen what it is now. Pop up on the screen. Yeah, Streamlabs don't like a Wacom tablet, people. So if you ever want to use a Wacom tablet, don't, because Streamlabs don't like it. Right.
I used to stream on Twitch, and I remember that being an issue too.
Yeah, it just every time you grab a window, it just moves it around. It's just past the window and it moves
everything
it.
like jumps.
Yeah. Right, it's still saying the Beastman one's there, but I've closed the Beastman window, so I'm not really sure how this is working. Right, people, I'm going to delete that one. Again, apologies for the slack production quality here today. Right, this window capture is what I want. That one there, please, thank you. Add source, that one there. Talk to myself again. There we go. Woo! It was 2000 AD, people. We have acquired the license with Rebellion for 2000 AD, primarily Judge Dredd.
Ooh.
Which I'll show you once this decides to let me resize. Yeah, so we, like I said, it was a chance conversation, and we managed to acquire the license for Judge Dredd. We've done kind of one previously, but what we sent them they were very happy with, and we just had to do a couple of things here and there, and that all got agreed last week, and we're just working through getting the artwork over to production for a sample, which is really cool. So let me just, Chaz disappeared, so I think I've killed us both on the thing, so I'll put that front and centre, which have voices for now. So yeah, so this was like part of the proposal that we sent across. Although, so in this, my friend pointed this out to me, and I was like, the reference we used for it. My favourite Judge Dredd era was the Brian Boland era of Judge Dredd, and that's the one I always remember as a kid. Like that's the one I always used to see. But that image isn't a Brian Boland Judge Dredd image. My mate was like, who's a big Judge Dredd fan, was like, oh, that's not the Brian Boland one. I was like, all right, but that was the best one I could get out of their stack when they sent me the stack. So
my favorite was the Stallone.
Yeah, that's kind of. I can't remember the artist's name for that one. So hold your breaths, people. Here is the design for the jersey. So using the Brian Boland era style Dredd. The jersey matches obviously his uniform. So the greens and the blues. The yellow areas will all be gold and gold thread for the patches. So the shoulder patches will be gold. Anything on there that's like a badge, and that would be gold. On the back neck is the 2000 AD logo. And then on the shoulder patches is the Dredd badge from that era as well, from the Brian Boland era. And then I Am the Law on the other side of the patch.
Pretty rad. It looks great.
And then that's the mock-up for it. The bonus for this is it leads up to, it allows us to then, so this will be the first one that we would produce. And then that leads us to do, that leads on for us to have a look at Judge Death, the Dark Judges, Judge Anderson, Mean Machine. I know Mean Machine's one people have always been asking for. So there's Mean Machine. There's so much stuff we can look at in this universe. And there's other things we can look at as well, like Halo Jones. We've got Slain that we could possibly do. So there's all this other stuff that this comes off. But these will be the ones we concentrate on in the initial phase of this.
Great. I mean, those shoulder pads are just. I mean, you had to put gold on the shoulder.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's no two ways about it. Like,
I mean, that was a given.
And so these will be, well, depending on their social media, because we've got to have a conversation with their social media side about the images. but we'll use obviously the tagline "I am the law" because it's just a given. But yeah, so this is where it'll be the Judge Dredd jersey that we will have coming up.
It's awesome.
Soon. Like I said, production files. We're sending stuff to be samples to be made at the moment. But I'll send that off tomorrow. I'm just waiting for one more approval on the copyright label on the back of the net on the tag at the top.
Can you imagine a hockey helmet painted up? To
Yeah,
look like his
just to have that pattern to it.
Yeah, just to have it to
even if you get one of you get a tinted visor.
Yep.
And have
paint
that,
some lightning bolts on the visor.
Yeah. It would be excellent. but it was a really nice one to sit and draw and work on. Like I love Judge Dredd, so get to sit and draw Judge Dredd, do lots of Judge Dredd stuff. So it's quite cool. And it kind of just
got into Judge Dredd, but man, I mean, I know there's such a following.
Yeah,
for
it's
it.
huge.
And,
but the Cole Urban film, not the Stallone one, but the one more recent one.
Yeah, the recent one.
Like, it's perfect.
The newer one.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be making like a Mega City One TV show about judges and stuff, which would be awesome. But yeah, so that's but yeah, it's a very, because it's a very British comic. Like it translated well over in the States and stuff, but I think it took a while. But like you get a lot of artists like I think Neil Gaiman used to write in there. Alan Moore used to write for it. Who else was there? Like Frank quite
What years was the iconic run?
It started in 1977, I think. Probably 80s, early 80s, because it started in newspapers as a strip in a newspaper, and then it went on to being like a magazine in 2008 magazine, and if memory serves, I think maybe it was like 83 possibly, and then I think the Brian Boland era one I think was later 80s, if I'm correctly, but you have so many good artists that work in it. It's like Frank Quitely's worked on Dredd. Jock, who does a lot of stuff for movies now, things like that. He does a lot of DC comics as well, but works on a lot of movie stuff. He's, if you know his art, he's done loads. He worked on the Dredd film, was styling for that as well. But he's done loads of Dredd stuff as well. And there's Fraser Irving, who works for Marvel. So there's all these like classic, like all these comic artists that are kind of British comic artists that they're kind of progression into working for Marvel and DC's, and they almost have to come through working for 2000 AD and then out that way, and then they kind of come in and go, oh yeah, we love your stuff 2000 AD, and then carry on. Simon Beasley as well, which is another one who did Batman versus Judge Dredd. Like he was very much a 2000 AD artist, and then got to work on things like Lobo and all this kind of stuff. So yeah,
I mean the whole comic reminded me of just the Frank Miller kind of Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Like
but it's the stuff in black and white. There's the black and white stuff that I always really loved in Judge Dredd.
Really? Okay.
And it's the same with like the Turtles as well. Like I love the old school Eastman
stuff.
Yeah, it was all black and white. I loved all that stuff. And so yeah, that just I remember I got introduced by my brother. The same with Turtles as well, because my brother's like 5 years older than me, so he was reading comics and stuff. But that's how I kind of knew it, and it was always in the shops when we went to the shop. Like unlike say Marvel comics and DC, we had to actually go to a specific comic shop for that, as in where you could walk over to the local shop, a newsagent, and it will be on the shelf. It's there. It's just always been there. It's always been like omnipresent. So it was great. It was I was really pleased that we managed to pick this one up.
Yeah, great score.
Because it's just there's so much more stuff that we can do for it. Like I'm working on some Judge Death sketches at the moment, but they also the other bonus is they keep sending me loads of stuff as well, which is kind of cool.
They're excited about it, huh?
Yeah, they keep sending me loads. Like so 2000. I've got a stack of 2000 ADs that they keep sending me more like references and things like that, and going through their like IP stack as well is like really cool. It's just like you go through it and go, didn't realise I had that. Oh, I've totally forgot they had that, and I totally forgot that. I think as well, Dan Dare's another one off the back of this we could potentially pick up. I've got to double check that they do still own the license for it, but that's another one that's quite popular, especially during like the Ryan. Right, hang on a second. People are talking. Frey. I can't remember his name now for the life of me. There's a great area of Dan Dare stuff that's really cool. That I can't remember his name now for the life of me. He's not as Fraser Davison. That's a different person altogether. But his name is I can't remember. It's gone. I'll find it. There's a book up here.
Jay?
Jay
No, Jay.
Jay won't know. He's going to jump in a minute, ask questions.
He's the moderator. He's supposed to know everything.
He's supposed to know. Oh, I'm going to live with list of design references. It's where's he gone? It's going to bug me now. That Ryan Hughes. That's it. Oh my god, how can I forget that? Ryan Hughes. Ryan Hughes did a really cool Dan Dare trade paperback for 2000 AD. It's really popular, and you'll love the art style. It's very much Darwin. Do you know Darwin Cook? Who did New Frontier for DC? It's like very kind of it's like retro kind of. It's that kind of art style. But Ryan Hughes' art style during the
New Frontier stuff is great.
Oh, New Frontier stuff, beautiful.
That old fashioned look.
Yeah, I've got like his art book. It's a shame that he passed, but his work's amazing. The only comics I would buy, physical comics I keep, are Darwin Cook comics now because they're just so good. And Ryan Hughes' Darwin Cook's Parker as well. I've got all those hardbacks. They're just beautiful to flick through. But Ryan Hughes was the most ripped off illustrator because he does loads of fonts for device fonts and things. So the one in this is a device font and Dread one. But Ryan Hughes from probably late 90s into the early 2000s kind of pioneered. When you see a lot of vector style stuff, do you know the artist Shag? He's a vector artist. You might not know him. But it's European artist.
You know, I'm so bad at names. If I saw their work, I'd be like, oh, that guy.
I think I'm going to get into it now, people. Sorry, I apologise because I'm going to big art thing.
You're breaking the illusion.
So this is like the book of Ryan Hughes's. So Ryan Hughes does loads of logo work for DC and Marvel.
Okay.
And his logo work's outstanding. But his illustration, I think this is all his logo work actually. So he did. So this kind of style here.
Okay.
This was kind of pioneered like late 90s into the 2000s, and his style, and he used to do so he kind of started this kind of vector kind of style, which then started to get kind of copied by other people because people realised it's really cool.
Yeah.
But if you go through stuff like he'd done all the design work on Ninja Turtles logos.
Oh, nice.
Things like that. Do you know what I mean? So he this book, it's just ridiculous.
I do follow the designer who redid the Powers of X and Lord of X.
I can't remember his name, but yes, I do on Instagram. It's amazing.
His design work is amazing.
Yeah, and it's some of his page. Sorry, people, we're getting into a proper design nerdy chat. His page layout design work is really simple, but like even the cut pages for the comics. Like they're so nicely executed, you kind of you're reading them.
There's just something about just as little design as possible.
I can't remember his name now. Hello Muller is the Instagram page, but yeah, it's his work is just so good. Like it's one of these things that you look at it and you think it's just brilliant. It's just you're reading the comic, but you're more interested. I like reading comics. But I'm more interested in like analysing his work than I am.
Well, and I look at that new X-Men X. I mean, how many times can you redo an X? But he managed to like cut this little slit down the middle of it, like, and separate the X. And I don't know what it is, just something like that. It just blows my mind. It looks awesome.
I forgot the people couldn't see us. I was just referencing this book here, people, by Ryan Hughes.
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot they were on the screen, and we were just referencing the fact that Ryan. So I'll go back to illustration style so people understand. If anyone knows the comic shop Forbidden Planet in the UK, I don't know if there are any in the States, Ryan designed the logo for Forbidden Planet way back when as well. So yeah, there's a Judge Death logo that he did, which it's kind of similar to what I was going to look at. But yeah, so I was just referencing Ryan Hughes. And then the artist we were also talking about was the guy on the Instagram's called Hello Muller, and his stuff's amazing. Yes, sorry, got a proper nerdy chat and didn't realise we weren't actually on screen. I'm showing visuals of people can't actually see things.
Oh, it's easy to do that. Yeah. I know it.
But yeah, no, his work is that Helen Miller guy's work's amazing. Just I can trawl his Instagram page for hours just looking at all of his stuff because it's just the way he integrates the art as well into the design is just really nicely done and executed, and you kind of just massive appreciation for how the stuff that he does. It's just really good. It's like with Ollie Moss when he first released them Star Wars posters, but he kind of in a mixed the forest to make things and like the element, the positive negative space made things. So I mean
Yep.
that you can't actually look through it. You go, oh my god, look at that, and it's just
Yeah.
eye candy. But you spend hours just analysing his work, even his silhouette stuff that he did, which was literally just silhouettes of famous people's faces. But you kind of like, oh, it's this one, and it's this one, and it's this one, and you kind of guessing what they are. It's just simple things like that, people. Sorry. Illustration and design stuff. Just,
somebody can, balance art and design like
yeah,
that.
just so nicely. Yeah, it works really well. But also, Ryan's quite a nice guy. I've worked with Ryan a couple of times on projects, and I've met him a few times as well. I think he actually signed this one. He signed this book for me. So I've met him a few times. There was one point where I was talking to him about geeky jersey stuff, and was at a Comic Con, and my daughter was with me, and we were talking through it, and we were literally going to get into a really good conversation. I was showing him stuff. He's like, "Yeah, I really like this stuff. I really like," because we've got like a mutual friend, and but then my daughter was like, "I need the toilet." I'm like, "No, not right now, because this is a conversation I really want to have." And we had to kind of cut it short. I was like, "Just wait yourself up. We'll deal with it later." But we had to leave, and it's like, oh, it ruined me. Did everyone see the Dread stuff? I'm sorry, I've got what I'm saying. People can't see the Dread stuff. Did everyone see the Judge Dredd stuff?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you had the jerseys up, you mean?
Yeah, some people said they couldn't see it. All right, I assume. Well, people are talking about Nickelodeon and NHL '94, so I'm not really too sure.
Yeah, I got it up too. I saw you had it.
Yeah,
up
cool.
there.
Right. Jay, did everyone see the Judge Dredd stuff? Did you see the Judge Dredd stuff? Because he's kind of my go-to if things are going wrong. If he doesn't message, then you should be listening. I've just been. Oh, someone said Teddy said yes. So I've just been. I've been told they're updating the Orco stuff. This was 25 minutes ago because they didn't put any of the stock up in it. 5 minutes. It should be fixed shortly. Also been told to let people know the first Kevin Smith drops in November. First Kevin Smith jersey drops in November. He says, don't specifically say which one, so I'm not going to tell you which one. And then it was just people can't see the dress stuff, which I asked, but anyway. Right, so now at this point, I haven't got a screen for Jay, so it's just going to be a voice. This is everyone's time to ask questions to me and Chad. So if anyone's got any questions, fire them to Jay, and Jay will filter them, and we'll hear the voice of like he's not a god, but it'll just be like I'll try and get him so he's a headless person in the corner, like it's just the body, no head. It'd be quite funny. But Jay, if you want to, actually got to send an invite to the meeting, be helpful. Bear me a second. I'll just invite him. That would have been quite. I've actually invited him to the meeting. 2 seconds, people. That one. And I'll send that in a sec. But yes, so Jay's going to jump in. I'm not going to do it on that one. But yeah, Chad, hang on a second. You can all see things up on screen. There we go. Have you got any questions, Chad, or anything? Have you, well, I have a question. Have you working on anything interesting lately you can talk about?
Have I?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I mean, I do a lot of design work.
Have you done any more? Have you done any more of because you do a lot of portrait work and stuff as well? I haven't seen any of that posted up for a while. Oh, your Star Wars things you've been doing lately, though, are really cool.
Yeah.
So they're really good.
It's kind of a line of designs that I've been making called Minimal Geekery. You can see both in my Instagram, and I have a Minimal Geekery Instagram account on itself, and it's just, I go through the whole episode 4 and making a logo for each character as they appear. So I ended up with like 62 logos, and I plan to put it up into a poster and sell it. And it's just, as you can see, kind of like my poster here, I kind of like minimalist design also.
Yeah.
As well as Grimlock logos and stuff like that. So that just keeps me busy, keeps work coming in. I actually got some freelance work because of posting those. A company wanted me to make all 14 of their employees a logo for each of them. Cool. So that was pretty fun. They call them characters, and I was like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense, because I'm kind of finding what makes a person that person, and I make a bar or a line just showing that little part of their face. And it's pretty cool how, it doesn't take a lot to make a likeness of somebody.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
they
really
kind
cool.
of
Sorry, I'm
doing that.
listening. Yeah, no, they're really nice. I like how you approach them and stuff. And I like the bold line aesthetic as well. I love bold line aesthetic stuff. It's cool. So it was nice
Yeah.
how you kind of approached them. If you just sticking to Star Wars stuff, or are you going to preach onto anything else? I can't remember. If I didn't see anything else.
I finished the episode 4, and now I'm going through the 2 seasons of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, oh, nice.
So
Cool.
I'm kind of halfway through the first season of The Mandalorian, and it's called Minimal Geekery. So I plan to do many, many geeky subjects with that. And I was thinking about doing the Transformers movie, like the '90s movie. I think that'd be, or was it '80s movie? When did that come out?
Well, the Transformers movie.
Yeah,
it was 80,
when Optimus died.
84, because it's on that jersey, on the Grimlock jersey. No, it wasn't 84.
No, that's when the cartoon
It
started.
was late 90s, late 80s, wasn't it? Anyone know when Transformers cartoon came
I want to say like 92 or something, 93 maybe. I don't know. But I might do that whole movie the same way, as the characters appear, make their logos.
Yeah.
Make Optimus alive and then one where he's dead and I'll bust it up. Put him in all gray.
No, it's just like literal grey one. That'd be cool. But yeah, no, they're just really nicely done. You've executed them really well. But they're the kind of things like you said, that's gains your work. 86, someone said. That kind of gains you. That's the bonus of doing that kind of stuff. It kind of gains your work, doesn't it? So it's when you do random stuff like that, and it just kind of pans out nicely.
And it's just a different way of designing, because I'm used to designing sport logos, and I do a lot of baseball caps. Also,
your cap. Yeah, I've seen your cap. Your cap looks excellent.
Appreciate it. And so, so I'll do like caps like this. This is made by Ebbets Field.
Oh yeah, I've seen. Yeah, they do. She does the baseball
it's all soft
stuff,
cap, and it's all wool, and it's a great cap. So I've been selling those, but I also do kind of like fun sport logos like this.
Yeah, is that a clink room one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this one is not a clink room, but I've done other clink room stuff. I got a bunch, but so it's kind of funny. I don't stick to one form of design. It's like all over the place.
Sorry, Jason can't join. Trying to get me on. Yeah, no, it's cool. I like the Ebbsfield Fleet one. The Ebbsfield, the one you showed previously. Yeah, she does a whole. She sells a lot of baseball related stuff, doesn't she? Like scorecards and things, like retro vintage type ones.
Yeah. So Ebbets Field is used to be a baseball field, and they just do like the old fashioned wool caps. They're all soft capped, but they all have either embroidery or felt appliques, and they got like satin green under visors. They're just super comfortable and soft. And by the way, I still have a few of these on my website if you want to buy it. Shameless plug.
That's all right. There's no problem.
Just have a handful left, but yeah, they're. I love wearing those caps. They're so soft and comfortable.
So Jay has joined us now, although you can see him on my screen. We're now sharing a screen. I've just got to figure out how to do this. So there we go. Let's do that. No, don't do it that way. No, don't want to do that either. Bear with me a second, people. Just on the there we go. Right, let me just adjust this so then do this. Car, yeah, production skills straight away. Look at some live shows. Hello, you can actually see him, people. This is Jay, everyone. Say hello to Jay.
What's up, Jay?
Hello.
He's probably going to get mauled by a cat soon. Carl, you're a pain. Sorry, excuse me a second, people. I'm just going to talk to. You're a pain. I sent you that link. It should have worked. Anyway, right.
Your entire production today.
Yes, production has been awful. So please feel free to.
You would think we'd practice this, but no.
I just, You'd think we'd have had, but we haven't done one for about 2 months. You think I'd have had it nailed by now, but
No.
um,
Things go too fast.
yes, it's going to be better next one because I'm going to get another monitor and it'll make life a load easier. Well, I'll run it off the laptop and connect the iPad and it should make it work better, apparently. But anyway, so people, fire questions at Jay, and then Jay's going to... Chad, people said, can you put a link to your store?
Oh, sure.
Can you put that in the chat? Are you able to access the chat and put that in?
Yeah, I can put it in.
Somebody said, I think this is behind. I fixed it. He's not half person anymore. He's not chopped it off. Anyway, right, yeah, people fire Jay questions. Jay, have you got questions? People ask questions that we can answer right now.
And I could ship international too, so that's
always nice.
Drop that link in there for you.
Would you like me to start with the questions? Because the first one is all about Kevin Smith.
Okay, right.
So
let's
with the easy questions.
So let's what we do is first then we'll do it this way instead. We will I'm not sure I'm going to get this done now, but I will put the winners. We'll do the giveaways first, then we'll do the questions.
Okay.
Because then we can kind of distract people for any difficult Kevin Smith questions you might have. So right, so first off, so we're going to do 3 winners. There's 3 winners today. The main prize, everyone, is an Orco jersey. You will win an Orco jersey. That's awesome. Second prize is $50, and then third prize is $25. All of these, DM us through, either send it to info@geekyjersey.com or DM us through Instagram or Facebook. Probably more Instagram because it's easier. But I think the email address, if I remember rightly, is I'll double check it. But anyway, right, so start off with the first person, the $25 prize goes to, or 2 people, goes to DJ Grove, and I'll type it in here first, so $25 goes to DJ Grove. I don't know if, can you tag people in Instagram on YouTube, Jay?
Yeah, you can. Just at them and put their username.
There we go, got it. Perfect. I should know this. We did this last time. So DJ Grove, you won $25. And the second $25 goes to Sean K. Congratulations. And then the $50, or $250 actually. Sean hasn't given me dodgy names this time for me to try and read out because he knows that now. I'll just type them in.
I missed the days where you're trying to read names.
Trying to read names, yeah. I think one of them inadvertently called me a wanker in one of them. Which made everyone laugh. But I read it like it was a proper name, like some random Canadian name. So, so that always makes it funny. So, right, yeah, right. Ranadir, I think that's one, and Dave S has won another has won $50 as well. You two have been tagged in the winners, and then the Orco jersey winner goes to the drum roll. Bad production levels. I'll use the drums next time. Nick Banks. Congratulations, Nick Banks. You have won the Orco jersey. So if you all contact us, either, if I remember rightly, I'll put the wrong email address in, and if it's wrong, DM us via Instagram. I think I'll know it by now. But the way things have been going today, just another thing to add to the list of mess ups.
Yeah, I was nervous when you did your drum roll. I'm like, you're going to break something.
Computer just give up and delete. Or I'll get mauled by a cat being scared by me banging on the table. So yeah, so if you email this email address or DM us by Instagram, and someone will get back to you and organise those for you. Right, let's move on to the questions. Congratulations, everyone, by the way. Let's move on to questions.
Yeah,
right, throw some tricky Kevin Smith questions at me that I can divert, not answer.
Okay, cool. So you've got what is the time frame on the Quick Stop and Movies jerseys?
Don't know. No, possibly one of them in November. Maybe.
Wonderful.
Are you sure they are working on it?
Yeah.
Then we've got.
I know people want to get their cow tipper on, but we have to wait a little.
How many Kevin Smith jerseys will there be?
How many jerseys did he have previously? Is the answer to that. Because we will probably be making all of them at some point. So I hope that answers his question. Basically, every jersey that he potentially has ever had, we will probably produce. So if that answers anyone's question.
Conveniently dodged.
Yes,
Lovely.
I'm doing well. This is like
I feel like a ninja.
I should have been in the ring with Tyson Fury with these dodges. I would have never got knocked out.
Can we put Kevin Smith jerseys on a subscription so we don't miss out on our sizes? Help a collector out.
I don't know. That's probably not. But honest answer to that is I really don't know if we could do something like that. But there are going to be at least 2 online avenues of sale for them and an in-store avenue, which obviously you probably will guess it would be in this secret stash in Jersey. So that's what I was told. I've probably given something away there. But yeah, go on, next one.
Right. Do you reckon there'll be any old school WWE jerseys done?
Maybe. We're having conversations.
Wonderful.
Which is much as I can say. We were basically, story on that was before lockdown, we were in conversation. Then COVID happened and the world went to shit. And so it kind of fell away. And we're just currently getting back up to speed with those conversations that we were having with them at the time. So maybe. We're just still kind of going through the throes with them on that. That's as much as I can say. But I know I've previously mentioned it that we had conversations with them. But like I said, COVID happened and it kind of ruined stuff. Because I know during COVID they made a lot of redundancies and things, so it wasn't really the right time to be talking to them. Anyway, convenient dodge.
Better than the original answer of maybe, anyway.
Yeah. That's a stock answer for everything.
How far along is a My Little Pony jersey?
I was going to show it today, but it's on a different computer. But yeah, literally, we're sending it to Hasbro this week or Monday potentially. But it's not going to be a hockey jersey anymore. It's going to be a baseball jersey because we did submit a design and they sent feedback, so we kind of had to go back a bit. And then looking at it and discussing it with Sean, we kind of decided it would probably work better as a baseball jersey. Sometimes some things work well as hockey and some baseball, but the My Little Pony stuff kind of suited a baseball jersey more than it did a hockey jersey. So that's where that's gone now. And so we'll be sending that off to the gods to see if they can approve that or if there's any changes. There may be changes because the avenue that they wanted us to go through, I'm not sure we've used the right types of characters on it. Potentially I want to use, but we'll see how.
Aren't they coming out with a new cartoon too?
Yeah, there is a new cartoon coming out. I can't. Well, it's My Little Pony's friendship something or other, as they always are. But they've changed the animations. They've kind of adapted the animation style from when they reissued it in 2014, I think it was, wasn't it? They've kind of changed the animation style slightly, so it's a little bit more kind of anime-ish and a bit more jagged edge. But it still looks really cool though. Like, it sounds really bad. Like when my daughter was here and My Little Pony stuff, I'm watching it, I'm like, the animation on this is excellent. Just because it was something different.
Yeah.
But it's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very Powerpuff Girls kind of animation from that kind of Cartoon Network era, which was kind of interesting.
So, Andy is a closet
My Little Pony. Could be potentially a brony. That was going to be the name on the back of the jersey, like brony, but then we're isolating our female followers. I did make a jersey at one point that said bronies across it, but
oh dear. Right, next question. Have you considered a Sopranos jersey?
Yes. that's yeah, that's as much as I can say. I'm not sure who owns the license to Sopranos. Who's that? Is that
yeah, I don't know.
HBO, isn't it? Who owns HBO? Is it Warner? Josh, you know the answer to this. Is it Warner or NBC that own HBO? I'll wait for him to message me. He knows the answer.
I'll keep me up.
Yeah, Josh knows the answer to all that kind of stuff.
We'll come back to that one.
But yes, maybe. Like basically anything you're suggesting these days, we will try and get.
Looks like it's Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, yeah. So might be having a conversation with Warner Brothers next month, so we'll see how that goes. We were again before COVID, literally the January before COVID hit. I was in conversation with someone from Warner Brothers, and then COVID hit, and it all fell
Trying
apart.
to get DC too with that.
Yeah, that would be that. That was kind of the plan going in, and anything
Yeah.
else we could pick up as well along the way. But again, that'll be a conversation that we will be having hopefully in November.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes. That's the answer to that.
Okay. Any news on a Ren and Stimpy jersey?
No.
Oh.
It's a question I'll have to ask. It's a question I have asked the boss. But I'll ask him now. He probably heard. He's probably going to message and say, because he does watch. He sits in the background and watches. He's like the doctor out of Inspector Gadget. He just sits in the back. You never see his face.
Claw.
Yeah, that's it. Does look like. He's just in the background, just watching.
Petting his cat.
Yeah. I'm just messaging bear me people. I know past the answer for that, but I'm not going to say I'll ask him properly.
That'd be Nickeloadian, right? Or
Yeah, that's part of Nickelodeon stuff. Yeah. So we have done one. It's been done. It's with them. Just don't know. Same with Rocksteady and Bebop. Don't know what's going on with them at the moment either. So gone in. Someone's just put something. Any anime classics like Macross, Robotech, and Ghost in the Shell. Trying to get hold of Harmony Gold. I've been trying for ages. Just can't seem to get the contact for someone because they deal in
Here's a
retail.
question, how about Studio Ghibli stuff?
Yeah, that's another one as well. Yeah, it's just a matter of finding the right people to get hold of to get these things. That's the problem.
I could see a Totoro jersey.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It would sell loads. Yeah, my daughter would love it. She loves all that. She loves the Studio Ghibli stuff. It's amazing. I think she's watched everything on Netflix when they released it. So that's cool. Right, go on, Jay. Another question. Fire it.
That's segue into our next point. Anything Netflix in the work like Big Mouth or potentially Squid Game?
Trying to get hold of someone there. Long and short of that one.
So no, but
with someone asked a question about the next bit. I think it was Josh asked about like the big fish stuff. Basically, we have a list of IPs that we're going to try and go after. Some of those we've spoken to before, and two of them, I can't say who, but two of them we are picking conversations back up with now. And they are totally on board with wanting to work with us. We've just got to have a broader conversation with them about that. But some of them actually, there's some number changes, but the people we're talking to, we'd have gone quite far down the road with. So there's a lot of stuff in place already that we don't really have to touch. It's just a matter of updating numbers and costs and things like that. And designs were done, all kinds of things. So we'll see how that goes. But we do have a list, like a list of IPs and license holders that we're trying to get hold. We're trying to get contacts for. But we've got someone who helps.
I was just thinking too. It's like, what about like Dragon Ball? I know that's.
Yeah, see, there's another one as well. It's a good one. There's lots of like just going through Netflix every day. There was what was there? There was something. Something came up the other day on Netflix, and I was like, "We've got to try and
Gundam.
get that." Yeah, that one as well. I know that Josh just put on there The Witcher.
That just came up on Netflix or Hulu, one of the two.
And I know Josh just put about The Witcher. I've sent an email to the people that own the rights for The Witcher because it's not Netflix as such. I can't remember who it is now. I think it's Red something or other. But I'm trying to get contact with them as well. So like we are looking to get more licensed stuff, like always. I know that someone's put Streets Rage. There's lots. There's people we're in conversation with for some stuff. Which
and I'd be interested in the chat's ideas for licenses that you clearly already have. Like what?
Oh, what stuff? I can run through the ones that we've already got stuff for.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I think that'd be more productive instead of saying, we're looking into it. Maybe they can give us ideas of licenses you do have.
So it's all going to be committed to video. So I'll run through some of them. So obviously we have a license with Hasbro. So that encompasses Transformers, which you've worked on, Power Rangers, which you've also worked on. I'm trying to think of others now. He-Man, He-Man's NBC. What's the other ones with G.I. Joe, which we've got? I know one person in particular would be happy to hear. There's 3 of those that are in production samples at the moment, and there's more following up that I'm working on at the moment. One of them is Storm Shadow, that I'm working on. And so there's G.I. Joe, there's My Little Pony with Hasbro working on. But there's also Dungeons and Dragons, which we spoke to Trevor about in a previous Instagram live. So we're working on Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Magic the Gathering as well is another one we're working on. So like they're ones from Hasbro that I can remember off the top of my head. There are others as well. And then NBC, we've also got He-Man, and there's lots of other stuff coming from NBC now as well. Which I can't discuss too much just yet, but there's masses of it. Well, I can discuss one of them, Back to the Future, because it's owned by Universal, so that's what we're trying to get licensed at the moment. So when that's back out, that'll be a licensed jersey. So then there's the NBC have a raft of stuff that we're in conversation with them about as well. I can't go through too many. But yeah, and then Nickelodeon, there was the Turtle stuff. And we are due a new Voltron jersey as well, which
cool.
we'll be working on, which will be excellent as well. That's probably about as much as I can mention. I think but they're ones we've previously mentioned as well that we've spoken about. It's like Dungeons and Dragons.
Hopefully, they can give people some ideas that.
So like I say, we've done. Like I know someone just put Dungeons and Dragons out. Like, I know Trevor posted about it. We've had a meeting about it and a brainstorming session about it. If I can use the word brainstorming anymore, can you use the word brainstorm anymore? We've had a meeting about it. We've discussed it. We've got the ideas and what we're working on, and it's going to be excellent. Basically, like what we've discussed, and if we can pull it off, especially everything else around it as well, it's going to be brilliant, and it's going to be totally up everyone's street that loves D&D. And then Magic the Gathering, which is a whole new thing to me. Got some reference stuff here right now that I got given to me. So lots of Magic the Gathering cards. I've never played the game, don't even know anything really much about it, but got art books as well that I've purchased to look for and stuff. But so yeah, and then like I said, there's other things we're trying to go after. So we'll see how that goes.
Real cool.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone's getting a bumper session because I was proper late. So giving you more than probably should do. Is there any more questions, Jay?
Yeah, we'll do them quick fire.
Yeah, let's go. Go. The answer
will
we
we
made.
get
Go.
Dexter jersey?
A Dexter jersey?
Will we get an updated one?
Maybe.
Okay.
Depends who owns the license for it.
What about another NHL 94 jersey?
Did we do one previously? I don't think we did.
No,
I don't think we ever did. I think Dave concepted one, but I don't think we ever did it.
Okay.
So
thoughts?
Unless we can talk to VA, then yeah, maybe. But they get their own stuff made, so I'm not sure they would want to. But anyway.
What's happening with the hat site?
Nothing at the moment. I'm sure of that one. That might be something that gets resurrected once the site's back up. I know the site's been worked on. So once the site's back up, that might be kind of additional apparel that we will sell on there. I don't think we would break it out like we did. I can't answer this for sure because obviously we need to have a kind of board meeting about it. But I think we previously spoke about it. It might be something that we're not going to break out into something separate. We might have it as extra apparel or approach it in that kind of manner. But then we have to talk to license holders as well because obviously we're making something else with licenses that might not be on the contract. The answer to that one.
What about moving towards a DC license?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a conversation with Warner Brothers next month, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay. And is there any forward movement on the G.I. Joe stuff?
Yeah, I mentioned that a minute ago. There's 3 jerseys having production samples made at the moment, and I'm working on another 3, like I said, one of them Storm Shadow. I'll show a sketch of what it is. Well, it's not the final thing, but I don't know if it explains before. The premise of the G.I. Joe ones was to try and replicate some of the packaging from the old toy packages. So we kind of, it sounds kind of redrawing the package art to work on jerseys and make them work within the jersey. So I'll briefly show. So this is obviously everyone knows what the Storm Shadow one looks like, but that's what the Storm Shadow one looks like at the moment. So I'm just trying to figure some stuff out with that one, but we work on other ones as well.
Yeah, you're talking about like the red and yellow.
Yeah,
orange, like explosion background.
Yeah, so what we did with
digital or the painted one.
Yeah, so we have to use a painted one because that's of a certain era that we're focusing on, so we have to work with that one. But I think with because part of the premise was with the Snake Eyes one, which I've shown previously. We've used that pattern in the background, but we couldn't use that on each one because it would look weird, each one having the same thing. So we've kind of had to take the main character bit. Like with Destro one, I had to take because we did a Destro jersey years ago. So we've kind of reused the shoulder patches for that because they were happy with those. And then redrew Destro on the front to match the packaging art. And then had to work like around that for a logo. And it works quite nicely. And the same with Cobra Commander. We couldn't really use that explosion on the background because it didn't really work with the colour of the jersey and stuff. So we've had to kind of use that as a base and then be creative around that.
You almost need to use that explosion graphic just for the
it's just
like
on
G.I. Joe logo or
yeah.
Like
so I think on the like promotional images we use that explosion and everything. I created I've got the painted version from their asset library, but I made a vector version as well, which was kind of interesting. There's a lot of points.
had to be.
Yeah, so not as many stitches, Chad, as some of the jerseys you've had, mate.
Hey, I'm proud of that.
Yeah. Sean said to me earlier, you got to mention that, like a million stitches.
Yeah. People are scared to hear my name at that factory, as they should be.
As they come in, it's just Chad around it. It's like Chad. Oh. But yeah, so that explosion made a vector version of it. So we've got that on the Snake Eyes one, but then we used the painted version from the original packaging artwork on like the promotional images and stuff. So it kind of carries that feel through, so they look like the original toys and things. But on like the Cobra ones, we've got like Cobra's the enemy, and then on Destro one it says like Destro's the enemy on the back, which is all their official art and things. So that's cool. But yeah. But they're the three. Well, basically, I've given away. They're the three that are in like production samples, which I've shown before. So Cobra Commander, Destro, Storm, Snake Eyes, all being production samples made at the moment. So once they've come back and they've been approved, then they'll move forward. Sorry, I'm just going to digress. Aaron Payne, yes, I do play Blood Bowl, but I haven't for a while because I'm busy playing 40k at the moment. Got tournaments coming up. Anyway, sorry, digress. Any more questions, Jay?
Only some stuff off the back, and that is just things like thinking of Hasbro. What about board game jerseys like Monopoly?
Potentially, just working through what we've got, but they're conversations we can have because obviously there's a vast array of things like you could do. Was it what's the Monopoly character, Mr. Moneybags? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do that as a jersey, which would be cool. But yeah, once we've kind of worked through these, I know that we've got a list of things that we're kind of working through, so we cover some of this stuff off, and then we can start asking for more things and other licenses to look at.
Yeah, Monopoly's been like, it's like the cranberry of licenses, cranberries in everything, right? So it's like Monopoly's on everything. It makes sense for a hockey jersey.
Yeah. And it would work totally. You wouldn't even have to have any type. You could just have money bags running on the jersey because it just works as an icon. And you don't have to do much more on that other than do like, say on the back neck, you'd have all the pieces on the back. Or even,
on the name it says "Do not pass," and then the number is "Go."
Go, yeah. And you could have like on the sleeve, you could have like all the pieces in silver on the sleeve. And stuff.
Yeah.
So there's all the it kind of makes itself really. To be honest, Sean's probably heard that, so we'll have a conversation about it later because that'd be another one that could just literally make itself. But yeah, we'll have to have a brainstorm one week and just sit and discuss loads of different ideas. It'd be quite cool. One of these. Anyway, Jay, go on. Questions? Any more? I have to cut it short in a minute.
We'll call it one more then. Is the Red Dwarf version 2 actually a possibility?
Do you want the standard one or the probably the official answer?
Is it the cut and paste? Maybe.
Maybe if we can get a license. No, if we can't. But we'll endeavour to try and get one from the BBC. I might be having conversations with BBC about Doctor Who stuff. So then again, these are people I've met. I've trying to set up meetings with these people so we can have these conversations because they're things that people want. Doctor Who stuff is people love, and so in Red Dwarf. So these conversations we've got to try and have, which I'm trying to get to people. So hopefully, so yeah, maybe. I'm just going to
make you a sign.
Yeah, I'm just going to see it every time. I might just change my picture to an image of just the word maybe and just have that on.
Yeah. But, we're looking into it.
Yeah.
Just hold up the sign.
But based on the short of it, every time people suggest stuff, like everything going forward, we're gonna try and make sure we get licenses for and make it official. Because if it's official, that's even better. Like that makes it better to own because it's an official piece of merchandise. So that's that's the goal every time now, is trying to make sure we get official stuff. Hence why Gigawatt's got taken down and potentially trying to make it an official jersey now. So,
you have got one more question.
Go on in, and then I'll call it a day.
And that is, will we ever see a Jules Verne train jersey?
Oh, what? As a second Back to the Future one? Oh no, trust Josh to ask that question. Yes, possibly. Chad's up for doing that one.
Sure.
Like the Jules Verne train.
I'm going to put so much detail into that thing.
I know. I think the fact you just say no. No, not making it. But yeah, that would be a cool one to make, actually. It'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? Like the train. Because that could be like a version 2.
Does the first version have the first movie's DeLorean in it? Or I don't think the first one has a DeLorean in it, does it?
What, the original jersey and the base one? No, it doesn't. It just has the word Gigawatts across it.
See, if we're going to do that, we'd have to have all 3, right?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, so I suppose you've done the first one, so the second one would be more futuristic.
Yeah, so like the one that.
So you'd have to do it like Biff
it's the flying cars, so that's from the second movie.
Yeah. So you can always do like Biff Tannen, like Tower or something, and then the third one do like a cowboy, Western style one. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Walls.
Yeah, do the actual trilogy versions of them. Yeah, that'd be good. And that'd be really cool, actually. See, this is what I like. It's a cool idea. It's going up.
Big fun took a ridiculously long time, and a lot of people have gone to bed.
Have they? What are we down to?
Because it's bedtime.
28. That's 28. 22 people. Everyone's leaving. But that's partially my fault for being late, so I apologise for that, people. The next time round, production value will be much better. I'm going to spend the day sorting out Streamlabs so I can get it to work properly. And I probably won't have a computer crash next time on me. I'll get the laptop working instead. It's more better, more powerful. So yes, so on that, Chad, thank you very much for joining us. Apologies for the delay to everyone. Apologies to you as well.
Thanks for the invite.
That's all right, man. No worries. We have to do more of these kind of brainstorming sessions. It's quite cool, actually. I think we get a lot of ideas out of it. But yeah, sorry. Someone just put they call me. I make jerseys, and then they're geeky. My name's Andy. Call me maybe. So on that one, I'll leave. I might maybe.
You got to sing that to that song.
Yeah. Well, I play in a band, and I know that John Chase was trying to ask me to play music, and I was like, no, I'm not playing music.
In a band.
I'm in a band. I'm in a very old man cover band, but it's fun.
Rock band. The game.
And just to embarrass you even more, my mum has just messaged me to say, Jesus, tell him to wrap it up. You've been geeking out for hours. It's 10 o'clock.
Oh.
I've been called out by the wife. Right, on that note, man. I'm going. I've been told. So thank you for that. She can hear me. Right, so everyone, the next one we'll do, Jay's going to run a schedule of stuff. So Jay's going to sort of organise a schedule, and he's going to post them on YouTube. So watch out for those. So basically, when he tells me we're doing it, that's when we're doing it, and we'll have stuff to show. Because we've got plenty more things that I could have shown tonight that I didn't. But yes, thank you, Chad. Thank you very much. We'll talk again soon. And then Jay, I'll chat to you no doubt tomorrow.